So, so somebody asked me. So normally I would never in my life, to be honest, talk about these things unless somebody asks. So, and someone asked me, what do I think the concept of the video is? And the video in my mind, of course, is it's a love story. But it's not just any love story. It's my love story. In real life, it's my love story. So, and I don't know what type of link I got with Usher. It's nothing against her, I promise. Like, for the people that wanted to know, they like, don't forget about her. I'm like, I didn't. It's just that I, whatever Usher does, or whatever music comes out that he does, he brings, it aligns with my life perfectly. Like, if the Simpsons can predict the future, Usher predicts how my life is. And I don't know how he does that in his music. I don't know how that happens, but I know it's going to happen. I didn't even listen to no new songs just because of that. So, but when my sister sent me this song, I had to listen to it. I said, let me listen to it. Because I didn't listen to any of his new songs. I said, I'm waiting for an album. I said, let me listen to it. And then I heard it. And the question was posed during the video of my actual reaction the first time I listened to it. And I definitely did cry. I cried for sure. I said, yeah. I said, I knew I was waiting on him. I said he was going to come out with a song that was going to get to my emotions to a way that I'm like, the words I want to say right now, I know you're going to come out with something for me. I'll wait until you do so. I'm willing to wait for it right there. I'm going to wait. And that's what I did. And I waited for the right moment. And sure enough, this song came out. And I didn't even know The Color Purple was even being made into a movie. Either I've been out of the world or I don't know. But I didn't know. So then once I knew it was for The Color Purple, I said, oh, hell yeah. I said, oh, my Lord. I said, I have to listen to this song. I said, let me listen to this song. What is this? I said, where's it coming from? This is from The Color Purple. Oh, yeah. I said, this is beautiful. I said, I'm in full-blown support of this shit. Thank you. Thank you. Hell yeah. I said, because you saying the words that I feel today. You are saying everything that is actual, that's factual, that's true. I love every bit of that shit. So, when it comes to the concept of the music video, in my personal opinion, like I said, it's my love story. And I didn't, and you know how you try to combat with something sometimes, like you try to combat with the identity of like fate or what the Lord has brought towards you. You try to combat with how things play out sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, I said, well, as long as I've been an Usher fan, and as long as I've been doing this relationship and love thing, I'm like, yeah. I said, let's wait for Usher to give me something else. I know he gonna give me something. He's still making music. I'm still out here in the world of love. He gonna give me something. I know he gonna give me something. And sure enough, this comes out. And then I see the music video. I said, well, let's sit down and do the music video. And I'm watching the music video on Christmas Eve, which is already an emotional time period for me based upon my love history. And this New Year's Eve is the first time in 20 years, almost 20, that I haven't had to wrap a gift for a woman, like as in a lover. And it was crazy. It was different. Or even wrap gifts by myself. You know, it was just different. It was just different. So I'm watching this music video where my kids are upstairs. They're sleeping. I'm like, yeah, I said, I'm about to wrap these gifts. You know how parents do. We wrapping gifts at night. It's a good time. So, and I'm like, yeah, I'm wrapping these gifts, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this music video. And I said, let's see what Usher got for me. Let's see what he got for me. Let's see if he gonna sit there and match my thoughts even further. Sure enough, the imagery in the beginning of everything, and I can't go play for play. I watched the music video maybe 2 or 3 times. I gave a real reaction that day before I knew that. I gave a real reaction for myself. And the reaction I want to, and it's like today I'll sit there and say, in the beginning, how it showed one girl around him, and it's like, they're bare, but they're clothed at the same time. You're bare and you're covered up. And this is tantric style. I might be saying the word wrong, but I know. But basically, you know, this is sexual and passionate, but there's no actual sexual thing. Like, everything is implied in the motions and the beauty of it. And he has it with this one woman, and because they're still basically showing more skin rather than being covered up, you're being vulnerable. So they're showing the vulnerability within love just by their apparel within itself. Like, all we're doing is covering up the private parts. Other than that, I'm open, I'm vulnerable, my skin is here. And you have to be that way in order to give yourself to somebody. You have to be that way in order to give yourself somebody love. Love is, that's how it is. And I'm like, okay, he got this one girl right there. What's going on here? But then they show the imagery of the full picture, and there's 4 other women behind him. Well, it's 4 women behind that girl. Went behind him, and I'm like, check that out. It's a whole love story. And I'm looking at it. I said, I've been trying to figure out how I was going to tell my love story to its fullest extent. I'm like, he only showed 4 women behind him. And when you show the 4 women behind him, he's leading the pack. He's like, yeah, I'm the man. And they're all huddled looking for his protection, his covenant. They look for that love from him. And that's what I visualize when I see that. Because as a man that has dated multiple women, I was like, that's how it feels. This one person was a trickle down of multiples. And it all looks the same, but yet I'm still leading as a man. I'm showing the strength of these women. They are coddling themselves into me. And I'm sitting here neck up. Here. Yeah. Bare. And I love you. But I seen 4 women. I said, hi. My love story's 5. I said, hi, Usher. We're not on the same page today, baby. We ain't on the same page, bruh. Not this time, I said. But it's cool. It's cool. I said, I still get the concept. You got 4. But then once I seen all 5 women when they were in, and he was in the middle, it was 5 women in totality around him, putting their hands over his body and all these things and all these motions and different women in different poses. I said, oh my Lord, if this isn't my real life love story in my face being visualized in the beauty of what it is. This is a sad ass music video, but the movements and the vulnerability and the nudity and everything about it, the repetitive nuances of the emotions, is just the freeze frames and stuff like that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And it's sad, but no one's smiling. No one's like truly here. No one's there, but you could tell it's not like this hurts, but it's so beautiful and it's painful enough to watch and go through. But yet at the end, you still got a tear. But you hold it in here and you're like, yes, for this, I'll stand strong. For this, for love, I will be vulnerable and show my skin. I'll be beautiful. And within Usher's vulnerability and her, and I won't forget her, but like I said, this was an Usher thing for me. I just say, but I thank you, her. I thank you, because I love you as an artist as a whole. So that's ain't no nothing. It's just that, you know, Usher's my Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? He my MJ. He my, you know what I'm saying? He my Michael Jackson. That's who he is to me. So no matter who's on the track, I love you, but I love you more. So that's funny. So I'm watching that, and within his vulnerability, I find so much strength again, and I find so much wisdom, and I find so much clarity within the words of these songs. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm just thinking to myself, as a whole, like, you're willing to risk so much for love. You're willing to risk it all. And like I said, I got 5 women. And over the last 20 years almost, what I got to show out of it is, it's as repetitive as this music video. Like, all the girls and the women, they all look the same. I mean, all the women and the men, they all look the same for each person. I'm a male, so all the women look the same for Usher, and all these hands are touching on him and all play a part of him. And I'm not gonna lie, for me today, I love all my exes, all my women who were actual girlfriends of mine. I had 5, like I said, and you break that up into 20 years, that's 4 years almost a piece. So, and what I do is quality dating. I believe in quality dating. Everybody harps on sometimes, like, I get it. A lot of women been treated pretty bad by the men, and they feel like they should have been treated a different way. But imagine the male that's been treated pretty shitty by the female, you know, that is doing things the right way, but yet the response was pretty, hey nigga, you ain't you trash still. So you sit there, and now you go through the process, and you basically just, you have to learn how to push forward as a man and still continuously give love, even after sacrificing so many things, like, and being hurt so many times and disregarded in so many ways. As a man, you still have to push forward. And I believe in, like I said, quality dating. A lot of people, like, a lot of men have been so neglectful towards our women that good niggas look bad / corny. And I'm not, this ain't one of those videos. This ain't that. But I'm just saying, as a whole, I gotta push forward from my previous infidelities, as in the things that's been done to me, the lies that have been told. I gotta push forward, and I gotta give this wonderful, beautiful lady that's in my face today a brand new nuance of love that she's never experienced, even within my heart. So either I gotta come healed, or I have to come prepared to sacrifice myself and my own pains to push forward to say, you're beautiful. You're a newborn child, basically. In my world, you're new. Now, I gotta cherish you as you are, because if I fuck you up, that's gonna be on me. So you ask yourself, so in the music video, what do I think the actual concept is? I think it's a love story of people opening up and being vulnerable. This pain, this beauty, it's in slow motion, but yet it moves so fast. And it stains you and it gets stuck. You get freeze frames of different versions of yourselves. But at the end of the day, it's all the same. It almost looks very repetitive, and yet you're still giving yourself up in every aspect, in every way. And although knowing that going forward, this can hurt you and this can kill you, this can do anything to you, you're open to it. You go for it. You strive for it. This is what you live for. And I seen different, and like I said, like as Usher in the video, he's the man, and it shows that he's showing the dominance, the carrying, the picking the woman up and everything like that, or them coddling him and them intertwined with him at the end. Like, while her, I don't know if this is going too far or not, to be honest, but this is what I seen. While she's not really being touched by the men, but the men, they're fighting with each other. There's scenes where the men are colliding. There's, at the end, the men are all intertwined with each other, like they're in the same circle maybe, or anything. But at the end of the day, no one's holding her. She's just laying on top of these men while they're fighting or intertwined with each other. And I think that's how women maybe perceive love too. I don't know. I can't sit there and speak for the female aspect, but from the outside looking in of that music video, that's what I seen. Because if no one's holding her, and based upon my female friends, I could tell niggas ain't shit, people ain't shit, men are horrible sometimes. And I can sit there and say no one was holding her, but yet she's coddling, but yet she's laying over all these men. They're still there, but no one's holding her. They rather fight amongst each other. But the women, Usher is intertwined with him and they're holding him down because he's still that energy maybe. And I feel that way about myself sometimes. Like, it's sad to sit there and say, and I'm not sitting there saying all my exes are like, all my exes, I love all my exes. And the love that I would give them, I tell one of them, honestly, I tell every girl I run into, I come with one ex-girlfriend, and I love her, and I love her family, and I love what she's done. She's never been nothing but positive to me, and I listen to her, and the things that she's told me make me a better person, and I give love better because I can revert back to my exes. And I'm not saying none of them, I'm not saying they all do this. If there's a problem, they'll call me. When they get confused about their love life, they'll call me because I understand them, and they know at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how our relationship went. You know when someone has genuinely loved you. You know when someone has genuinely loved you at the end of the day. And that's why I'm so close with my exes, because I know I have not always been perfect as a man. I have not always known the lessons that I've learned after my failures. And I continuously grow, and that's why my exes are cool with me to this day, because I grew from the place that I once was as a man, and I did that for love. And you ask yourself, what are you willing to really risk for love? And I can sit there and say, I knew early at the age of 15 all the things I was willing to risk. Are you willing to risk yourself? Are you willing to risk your family? Are you willing to risk your own thoughts? You have to sacrifice for love. Or maybe you don't. It all depends on what's your identity of it, or what you've been through. But I'll tell you this, you're going to sacrifice. You just might not think about it like that. And what are you willing to risk? Now I can tell you, I knew in my first love at the age of 15, I was willing to risk myself, my own sanity. I risked my life. I risked my mind. Because I remember the first time that I killed someone with my bare hands. And that's what I was willing to risk for my love. And like I just said, I just went 20 years damn near consecutive after that, doing my best to learn from all my mistakes and all my lessons, and continuing to be a beautiful staple in this world where people they abuse love so much. What they say, in a battlefield of rubble, if you can grow one flower in this shitty ass place, you just made the world a better place. And I got a lot of female friends, and like I said, I talk to my exes. And what I'll say is this: I still risk myself, but not even for myself. I really risk it for the identity, for the outside world. Just to continue to show that there are men that love women proper. I'm not that love to go out, that love to go on dates, that cherish people and cherish people's identities and minds. There are still, and I let that be known by the women that I'm around and I talk to. I can't give up. I can't just go on and be a whore again. Once you become reformed, you understand it's a difference. I can't go on and be that no more, because I'm a believer in this love, this form of love, and the love of monogamy and building and growing. So I have to continue to learn and grow, and I can't fall back into a place where fucking multiple people at a time is a thing, or hurting people, or just living in a world where it's just completely about me. I'm willing to still sacrifice myself for the identity of love, just to show, hey, I exist. You act like, yeah, no, ain't no man gonna take me out, ain't no man gonna do this, ain't no man gonna do that. Nah, you hear my stories, you know my life. If you hear my love story, which I plan to talk about, you'll sit there and see. There are people out there that are really truly willing to risk it all to love somebody and just to be loved back. Shit, it's beautiful. So I do this for Usher. I do this for the color purple. I do this for her. I do this for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl versus us. FYI, Super Bowl versus us. Well, I gotta make that as better. But Super Bowl, ow. Anyway, Super Bowl versus us. So if you don't know what that is, FYI, we're having a Super Bowl party. Whoever the two teams are that are playing in the Super Bowl, you guys have to go up against Usher. Who's going to be talked about more after this? The Super Bowl game or Usher? Who's going to have the highest ratings? Who we here for? I'm here for Usher. Titans ain't going to make it to the Super Bowl, so I'm here for Usher, and I'm here for Usher anyways. Ultimate fan, real fan. So, who everybody here for? Because I know, listen, at the party, FYI, I'm going to hand out t-shirts. If you're here for the Super Bowl, whoever walked through the door is going to be like this. So, who you here for? You here for Usher or you here for the Super Bowl? If they say Super Bowl, you got a specific shirt just for you. You got a shirt for that. If you say you here for Usher, you got a specific shirt, and you might get some Usher bucks, depending on who you are, to go with your shirt. But I do that for Usher. I do that for the world. I do this for love. I do this for my sons. I do this for my children. Because love extends further than just, regular, intimate, boyfriend, girlfriend type shit, relationship type shit. It can extend further to that. And I can sit here and say, but what I'll tell you is this: as much love as I have for my children, I will protect their mother just as much as a whole. I don't need nothing from her. You just love those kids. I'll sacrifice me. I'll sacrifice how we are for the identity of them having a great mom. And their dad is a wonderful person. He's a great man who's willing to risk everything for us. He works hard just for us. But your mama's going to be the one to take care of you. I would never sit there and take that away. But I guess what I'm saying is, being able to risk everything for love, it's a real thing. And I don't mind it.